What's your experience working with Karen Berger?
Well, Karen is legendary. We like to call each other, we're doppelgangers. She was the editor at DC, I was the editor at Marvel, and our lives kind of had a parallel to them because she was doing all the Vertigo stuff, and I had started doing the New Mutants with Bill Sienkiewicz, where we were just going nuts, and that became kind of like, almost like a Vertigo book at Marvel. And then I did some work for her. I did Kid Eternity, I did some Vertigo work, and then David Aja, who I had done a Daredevil with. One day he calls me up and he's like, what do you got? You know, I mean, that's one of the calls you want to get. It's when an artist that you love calls you up and says, what do you got? And what do you got is like, what's in your brain right now? What are you obsessed with? And if it matches the artist's obsessions, then you work together. And I was like, well, David, I'm thinking about bees. I'm obsessed with bees and aliens, and I want to do a newsroom where it's all like, you know, UFO hunters and all this stuff. And then he was like, yes, that's great. And then he designed the whole comic. And then fake news became a thing. And then we both sank into depressions because we were like, we can't do this. We can't do a fake news comic now. It's like what I'm talking about with The Birds Aren't Real. So we had given it to Karen, and Karen first, and Karen had just left Vertigo, and so she didn't know what she was going to be doing yet. So she sort of rejected it, but more rejected it because she had no line anymore. And then when I rewrote the whole thing, made it simpler, cut out all the fake news stuff, and David was like, well, send it back to Karen. And I was like, no, Karen rejected us. I can't send it back to Karen. And I sent it back to, he said, send it. I sent it back to Karen, and she said, yes, I want this for Berger Books. Because she had, and she's basically, you hire talented people and get out of their way. And you just step in there to when there are glitches or stories that could be told better. It's, you know, the best editors aren't heavy-handed. So working with her was a dream. We're really, really good friends.
What's a work by you, and it could be outside of comics, of course, but something by you that you've done that you wish more people had paid attention to?
I mean, it's always surprising what people love and what they don't love, but I think it has to, some things resonate with everyone, and so they become really popular, but then other things that only resonate with a few people are always very interesting. Like, I did this series, Beauty and the Beast, which was like the idea that we should have romance comics, and that they threw the Dazzler together with the Beast. It was like a Jim Shooter idea. And I had put these gladiators in it, and then I had put a little misfit house I think I called it Heartbreak Hotel. And to this day, I have kids coming up to me saying, I wanted to live in Heartbreak Hotel. So that was a little piece of a comic that they related to. Ruby Falls, which is in some ways it's another graphic novel with Karen Berger, and it's beautiful and it's really heartfelt, and it didn't sell. So you just don't know. You just don't know. You throw stuff out there. It's kind of like dropping your pants every day. You know, you throw your stuff out there and you hope people like it. You know.